Today's encouragement: God, my rock. Our God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He is our constant, our rock. The beautiful thing about trials is that it is in the midst of suffering our foundations are tested and we see what remains standing. In the Psalms, we see the vulnerability of David, a king, who despite his victories and mighty confidence, still faced defeat and trials. He knew what it felt like to have no control over his circumstances and feel surrounded by his enemies. But he also knew exactly who to turn to as his source of hope, as his mighty rock, and as his firm foundation. May we also not forget that our King Jesus also knew what it was like to walk in the midst of a broken world, facing temptations and needing his own bailout. But he defeated death so we wouldn't have to. He bailed us out. This year has come with an abundance of new challenges. We have all felt in our own ways as if we were drowning. But as citizens of heaven, we know the one who truly fights each battle for us. We do not suffer without hope. May we be those who are willing to surrender all of our strength and all of our efforts to the one who goes before us, treads the waters, and leads us into complete victory and complete wholeness. The psalmist David knew who he should turn to for his source of hope, and in his book, Psalms, chapter 144, verses 2 through 8, he encourages us to do the same. This is what he says: He is my loving God and my fortress, my stronghold and my deliverer, my shield in whom I take refuge, who subdues people under me. Lord, what are human beings that you care for them, mere mortals that you think of them? They are like a breath. Their days are like a fleeting shadow. Part your heavens, Lord, and come down. Touch the mountains so that they smoke. Send forth lightning and scatter the enemy. Shoot your arrows and rout them. Reach down your hand from on high. Deliver me and rescue me from the mighty waters, from the hands of foreigners, whose mouths are full of lies, whose right hands are deceitful. David also encourages us in Psalms chapter 40, verses 1 through 5. I waited patiently for the Lord. He turned to me and heard my cry. He lifted me out of the slimy pit, out of the mud and mire. He set my feet on a rock and gave me a firm place to stand. He put a new song in my mouth, a hymn of praise to our God. Many will see and fear the Lord and put their trust in him. Blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, who does not look to the proud, to those who turn aside to false gods. Many, Lord my God, are the wonders you have done, the things you planned for us. None can compare with you. Were I to speak and tell of your deeds, they would be too many to declare. Keep this prayer in your heart and remember the source that you can turn to when you are in need of hope. Lord, I cry out desperately to you today. I cannot carry these burdens on my own. You are my rock and my foundation. I surrender to you and to your will. Go before me, Lord, and I will follow. And so I encourage you to always remember that Jesus loves you. He knows what's best for you. No matter how much the enemy tries to make you believe that you've got to have the things of the world, there is nothing that will ever be able to fill the space that was created for Jesus to reside. If you want to find true meaningful purpose, choose Jesus as your life navigator. Satan has never had your best interests in mind. He wants you dead. Guard all the avenues to your soul. You will become like whom you continue to choose. So do not be deceived by the lies of the enemy. Allow God to lead, guide, and direct you. Keep a song in your heart and your hope in Jesus.